Matas Buzelis is the newest Chicago Bull drafted on Wednesday night in the first round of the NBA draft. So Buzelis is from Hinsdale, Illinois. He went to Hinsdale Central as a freshman. He never did play varsity basketball for Hinsdale Central because he went to a couple of prep schools and ended up at G League Ignite. And he averaged 14.3 points a game, 2 assists, 2.1 turnovers, and shot 27% from three. Those numbers are down for him. That was not great from Buzelis as far as shooting the basketball. But he gives his own comps in an interview I saw with Shams Charania. He said that his comps are Paul George, Jaden Daniels, Andrei Kirilenko, AK-47, if you remember him, and Franz Wagner. He also says that he wants to be able to impact the game on both ends of the floor. He feels like this past season he got better defensively and improved on his lateral quickness. He's 19 years of age. And this choice by the Bulls, Buzelis, is like a lot of choices I saw in the first round of the draft this year. This is a lot of projects. There's just no skyrockets in the sky for any of these players in the first round. It doesn't mean that Buzelis is a bust or a lot of these guys won't make it. It's just that you don't have for sure players from the rip and you're like, yep, that guy immediately steps in and he's going to be the next Giannis or the next LeBron or the next whomever. He has a big chip on his shoulder, I'll tell you that. Buzelis, in a number of interviews, said that the league slept on him, is that he's got a lot to prove and all that. So, okay, so he comes in with kind of an attitude, and here's what I will tell you. I have no idea if he'll be on the roster when the season starts. He may start with the Windy City Bulls in the G League. I don't know. He's already been at the G League Ignite camp. I did talk to some people that have coached in that league over the last couple of seasons. One coach said this, go through my text messages, he says, I like him. Athletic with skill is always two requirements to contribute to in today's game. He has that. Athletic with skill. That doesn't sound glowing. A lot of these guys in the draft are athletic with skill, but how far does that skill go? So if you're asking me, what do I think of the draft pick? You might have a pick that you wanted to have, like Connect or someone else ahead of that, but I don't think anything's for sure in this draft, and it's just the way it is. This is the Bronny James draft, and even he was kind of underwhelming in college, as you well know. I think the bigger question is, like, what's the plan for the Bulls? I talked to a lot of people over the last 3-4 days leading into the draft and asking questions about what the Bulls are going to do and what their future is, and a lot of answers. Those that work in the league are telling me, yeah, I don't know what the Bulls are doing. I heard that a lot. Just not understanding what the direction is. Like, is DeRozan going to be a sign and trade? Is he going someplace else? Is DeMar DeRozan gone? Is Zach LaVine gone? You have Josh Giddey on the team, and Josh Giddey's on this team. Talked to a lot of people about him. Just a raw talent, just a younger asset. Doesn't shoot the ball well, but is someone that can pass the ball well for his position. It's almost like he is replacing Lonzo Ball because maybe the Bulls are feeling like this Lonzo Ball thing is not going to happen. So they're getting Giddey in this as a young talent. It's so funny because Lonzo Ball did not start off well with the Lakers, cannot shoot the ball well, but he's pretty good defensively. He developed his shot with the Pelicans. The hope is for Giddey that he can develop his shot with the Bulls. Is that going to be a Giddey Kobe White backcourt? I have no idea. I don't know what the future is for the Bulls. I would just say this, that just petering along as a team and just trying to get into the play-in, it's just not good enough. It's not. They have to find a way to be able to either reset the franchise or be able to add on if Zach LaVine is a centerpiece. As I said, a lot of people I've talked to around the league said, I don't know what the Bulls are doing. Yep, that's it. I got nothing else. We'll see what else the Bulls do. But, I mean, they have Buzelis, and then they have a lot of question marks on what they're going to do in free agency. So what's the direction of the Bulls? Tanking or trying to find their way into the play-in game because that was so important this past season? I believe you should always try to strive for the playoffs, but the Bulls weren't even a top 8 team this past season with the assets they had. Buzelis, 27% from 3. is now a Chicago Bull. All right.